Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie and this is the Nameathon. This is my Nameathon TBR. As I said, this is the Nameathon TBR. Nameathon is a Readathon that is going on from September the 16th until the 22nd. It is being hosted by the lovely people from Under the Covers blog and ideally reviewed. I will leave all of their information down in the description box, so make sure you go check that out if this challenge ends up sounding like something you want to join in on. So next week I will be reading books based off of my name. So maybe the thumbnail was a little deceiving. Sorry, but it was. If you noticed, all of the books that were featured in that thumbnail actually spell out my name from the first letter of each one of the titles. So that was the only reason they're on there. I don't plan on talking about any of those books. So if you were looking for that, sorry, you can go ahead and click off now. This challenge is super easy and it's super laid back and it's super lax. So if you want to know what the prompts are for the letters of your name, make sure you check the description box because there is a link for it. You can do your full name, you can do your last name, you can do a nickname, you can do a shortened version of your name. I'm going to be extra because I'm jobless and I can read 9 books in a week. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spell out my entire name, and they give you 2 different choices per letter, so it's like an awesome thing. They do end up recycling some of the choices if you have multiple letters of the same multiple letters in your name. Wow, I could not get that out. It may seem a little recycled, but that's okay. So here are the 9 books that I'm going to try and get to next week alone, along with all the other stuff that I have going on this week. By the way, this is also a bonus video, so if you're seeing this video, I don't know if I'm going to put this one out before or after my regular Tuesday video. Depends on how much the editing and, you know, the length of this is. But hopefully it's real short and you'll get it like super early on Tuesday morning, and then you'll get another video Tuesday afternoon. So let's get into the books that I'm going to be reading next week for this challenge. For the letter S, I'm going to read a book that has a red cover, and that is The Body Painter by Pepper Winters. As you guys know, I go into things blind. I like Pepper Winters. She is a dark romance writer that I enjoy, so I'm looking, hopefully thinking that this is going to be a dark, taboo sort of read. I do know this is part 1 of a duet. I was a little leery and a little hesitant to put this on the list because Pepper has already put out on social media that she is having a little bit of a fit with the characters in this novel or in this duet, and they're not speaking to her. Life has invaded her, and the second half of the series isn't coming up as soon as she wants it to, but I'm still going to check this one out. The T is going to be a Hero on the Cover book, and for that I am choosing Blitzed by Alexa Martin. This is an arc, so you guys can't join me on this one, but I am pretty sure that this is the hero of this book on the cover. It is part of her football series, and I'm here for it. I'm super excited about that. E, I'm going to read a Enemies to Lovers novel, and for that I picked Imperfect Match by Corinne Micheals and Melanie Harlow. I have had this on my list for a while. I have it on audiobook, so I will be listening to this one. For P, I am going to be reading a sports romance, and that is, I believe it's book number 4 in the How to Date a Douchebag series, and that is The Coaching Hour by Sara. Like I said, I've been reading this series. I really enjoy this series, and it's a sports romance. I'm so here for it. For H, I will be reading a rom-com, and for that I'm going to pick up The Hooker and the Hermit by L.H. Cosway and Penny Reid, which I have been trying to read since, I want to say, like June, when it was sports romance, and I still have not gotten to it. I also met L.H. Cosway at The Girls Are Back in Town. I have a signed copy of it, and I just need to get around to reading it. I am going to do that. It's a rugby story, and I haven't read a rugby story yet, so I'm super excited to get to this one. For the letter A, I will be reading a book that was turned into a film or big screen, and for that I actually have two books for this one. I'm either going to be reading Hollywood Dirt by Alessandra Torre, which I have not actually watched the movie adaptation, or I am going to read 5 Feet Apart. I don't remember the author. I don't have it in my notes, but I might try and read that one because I do have it downloaded from Scribs. So yeah, might try and get to one of those two books. I have watched 5 Feet Apart, the movie adaptation, so I kind of want to get into that story as well. For N, I will be reading a mature hero or heroine, and for that, I'm not exactly sure if these characters are mature. Hopefully they are over the age of 25, 26, and are getting sort of set in their ways. But I'm going to try and read Beat by Vi Keeland. And I read this first book in this series of standalones, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to reading this one as well. For the letter I of my name, I am going to be reading a international book, which is set in Europe. And being that Talia Hibbert is a Black British author, I believe this book is also set overseas in Europe. So that book is, wait for it, I got an arc of that. Super excited to read that. For the final letter of my name, which is E, I will be reading something with green on the cover, and I have 2 books for that one as well. It's either going to be Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory, or I'm going to be reading Finding Home Again by Brenda Jackson. Does this challenge sound interesting to you? Let me know down in the comment section. Is there any one of those particular books that you guys are really looking forward to me reviewing and talking about in my weekly review coming up in 2 weeks? Let me know that as well down in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.